Hi, this is Stan. Welcome back to the Crow's Nest Railroad. Come on in, take a seat. Well, we're here in the shop today. We've got to skedoodle and get on the road. We're going to take Rodney out for a public event. But in preparation for that, I just thought I would show you what's going on here in the shop. This is the first seat that I made for my first driving car. I'll try and throw up a picture of that from later today. I wasn't sure at the time about weight and how all that would factor in here on the small railroad. So I made this out of 3/4 inch Baltic birch ply, and I tried to keep it small, like the minimum footprint possible. But as it's turned out, when I'm giving rides here at the house at the Crow's Nest Railroad, the kids don't seem to mind what sort of seating is on the cars, but the adults always are somewhat intimidated unless I give them a lot of encouragement that it's okay for them to sit. So I thought, well, maybe I should make a bit larger seat, and it would encourage the adults that they can go ahead and sit down without causing a problem. So let's transform this small seat to a big seat. And here we go, much bigger. And my hope is that when I use this as a passenger car, that this larger seat will be less intimidating and the grown-ups will feel more comfortable sitting on it than that small one. Let's take a quick look at this and then we'll get all packed up and hit the road. So it's essentially Baltic birch plywood, and I didn't make this like super finished carpentry or anything. So it's pretty plain, just Baltic birch lacquer finish, because it seems to be durable enough and it dries so quick in the shop. Show you the bottom here. So it's just got a couple of verticals for strength in here. They don't even go all the way to the bottom. This is roughly nominally like 1/2 inch, not 3/4 inch. I think this will be strong enough. And just to give a little bit of a look to it, when I cut these side panels, I grooved them on the table saw just to give kind of a plank look. And to be honest with you, I didn't even use any glue, just screwed this together with some deck screws. And I just put a little bit of that planking on the ends. Well, this turned out to be 30 inches long, about 9 3/4 this way, and all of the seating here on the Crow's Nest Railroad I tend to put at the same height. So this is 10 inches off the top of the workbench, but it's actually 14 inches off the top of the rail, which is kind of standard for the seating that I do here. Well, we've got to head out, so Bob's coming over. Let's get everything all packed up and we'll head out. And here we are on site. There's Bob hamming it up for the camera. Here's our little display poster. And there's Bob checking out the controls to make sure everything's working okay. We try to take this setup to where young kids will be. They seem to enjoy the train. And it gives us a chance to talk with parents about our club activities with the larger scale trains. Sometimes we're able to actually talk about steam locomotives and other things for libraries and other venues. Young people today don't always have a lot of experience with trains, so we feel it's important to kind of spread the word and take a look at a significant part of our transportational history. So there I am running the train back and forth. We brought 3 cars with us, but of course the more cars we put in, the less travel we have with that fixed track. It's about 30 feet of portable track. And I put a new battery in for the horn, and that horn button seems to be really popular with the kids. And although young people enjoy riding on the train, they really get passionate about driving the train. That seems to be the real attraction. But it's analog, and so that's an experience that some kids have not had before. So they get to run back and forth. And there's a few switches for them to learn. And you can see Bob is super patient. He's giving me a break so I can take some pictures and run the camera for a bit.
Well, I'll go to just a little bit. Can you hold it? I don't. Yeah, you want your phone right? It's skirt. Actually, no. Okay. Should go. Pressure off. This is. Oh no!
So there's quite a few little switches that they have to learn. There's the horn button, obviously, but there's an electronic brake. That's a switch. And the direction switch back and forth. There's a switch for the headlight, as well as a little rheostat for speed control. And when you get excited, it's kind of hard to remember to stop. But there's the full train, although we didn't put the flat car in for most of the day's run. And that wraps up another event, and you can see how we got Rodney and 3 cars all packed in there, plus the track, plus other stuff. You know, Bob, I think we got room for a ton of more stuff. We should do a double-decker. That way, when we stop, everything will hit us in the back of the head.
This is fine. You'll be good.